Hello and welcome to the Sweaters for Dragons videocast, episode 35, Northern West, brought to you live from the beautiful shores of Lake Superior.
Greetings. As you could tell by the introduction, I am indeed at camp for the week, and I'm glad I took that video when I did, because since then it has gotten cloudy and it's supposed to be raining at least tomorrow. It's not supposed to be really nice at all this week. Temperatures in town are supposed to be, I think, in the high 60s, which is going to put it in the low 60s at most here. So I was lucky to get out today and get a few things done. I don't have a lot of knitting content for this episode. I will warn you ahead of time, because, as you know, last week was the Weavers Conference, so I have some things to show you from there. Plus, the only real progress that I've made is on the super secret project that I can't show you. So, well, you'll have to be satisfied with what I have. And if you hear buzzing or see me going like this, the flies are horrible. I don't remember them being this bad last year. But they're the huge, I think they're green bottle or whatever, they're the really big flies. And they're just everywhere. I must have killed 20 already and they're still all over. I'm just glad they're not black flies, because they bite and draw blood, and I really don't want that. But in any case, so you know what's on my needles, everything that has been. The 1920s golf sweater, the summer mystery shawlette, tree beard, time in a bottle, secret project, and the stockings. Everything is still on the needles right now. I'm really worried about the secret project because it's supposed to be done, I think it's supposed to be to the publisher by the 7th of July. It's taking me about 2 hours to do a full repeat, and I still have 33 repeats to go. That's 66 hours. There's not enough time. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't knit faster. So we'll just have to see how that works. That's what's on. The Weavers Conference was a wonderful experience. I was very busy doing everything that I was doing. Of course, there were a few glitches, but there always are. Nothing major. Everyone seemed to have had a good time. The one thing is the next Midwest Weavers Association Conference is going to be in Kansas, and the guild that's sponsoring it talked about it a little bit during closing ceremonies and kept saying how flat it was, because of course we're on a hill, so there are a lot of stairs. And someone afterwards said they really didn't appreciate that, because it sounded like a dig at where the location was this year, which, as you've seen from pictures and stuff that I've shown, the UP is a very beautiful place. It's very hilly. Everything's on a hill. That's the way it works. But got several things, swag, from the conference itself, and I wanted to show you a couple of these. This is from the Wisconsin Hand Weavers Incorporated. It's a needle case, obviously hand woven. There's a little pocket right there. I thought that was very cute. They had lots of these in different colors and everything. This just happened to be the one that was in my bag. From So Resistible, which is a local store, we got stitch markers. This is the one that I got. Pearls. I probably won't use it because I don't like the different pearl sizes. I think the yarn will just get caught, but I got it in any case. That was the swag that I got. Actually, yeah, I'll leave that at the swag that I got. The other thing I have to show you is spinning. Yes, I actually spun, and not on my trindle. This was on, not my wheel, but a wheel. I had borrowed one of the Luette S10s from the Fiber Studio, and I took a spinning class from Amy Tyler, beginning spinning, and she happened to have a Luette S10 DT, double treble. So she was able to help me do some adjustments on the wheel that I didn't know about, and I made yarn. It's not the best yarn in the world, but I did make yarn. The first thing we spun was from pencil roving, so we didn't do any drafting, we just did spinning, and this is what I came up with. None of this has been washed or thwacked or anything. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well or not, since my camera doesn't focus. I guess that's not too bad. It's very thick, but as I said, we weren't drafting. It was just from pencil roving. The next thing we did was from actual roving, and I have two different kinds here. It's Coopworth and a Coopworth mohair blend. This didn't turn out quite so well. I was having a bit of trouble with the plying and everything, and it's obviously overplied. But this is what it looks like. There was a natural gray, and then there was a colorway called Lime Mist or something like that. The color's not showing up very well. That's a little better. But it's basically greens and yellows in that, and I just applied those together. Actually, the way we were applying, since we had such small amounts, is we'd wind the singles off the bobbin into a center pull ball and then ply from both the inside and outside of the ball, because they were small amounts. So I spun the gray first, then added the green, so once you wound it into a ball, it ended up being basically half and half. I think there are a couple places, there are a couple places where it's just the green, and that actually plied much better. You can see that. And the last thing I did was Amy had given me some Combs top, Shetland Combs top. So we were able to spin from several different preparations of fiber. And this is that. If I can get it. I did manage to get this a little bit thinner. There's some thick parts and some thin parts as it is, but there's some of the thinner parts. And so here, I'll show you all three again. 2, 3. Those are the three that I spun in class. It was a day-long, 6-hour class. And then she gave us all some BFL comb top at the end. It's dyed in a Neapolitan ice cream colorway. I have spun that, but it's still on the bobbin, as well as I have some white mystery fiber. I don't know what it is. My roommate for the conference seems to think it's some sort of a medium-length merino, but I'm not sure. I had very little of the top, so I spun that and then just attached the merino to practice spinning. I spun for about half an hour the next day. And Amy, the instructor, was very happy that I was spinning without being prompted. Matter of fact, I saw her the night of the class. There was the lounge on the 4th floor of the dorm. People would gather in and do whatever. I saw, I'm not going to get this right. Is it kumihimo? I think it is, Japanese braiding. And knitting and, I think anybody was crocheting, but some people would bring their tabletop looms in to thread them for their classes. But in any case, I was there one night, and I was talking about something, and Amy says, totally unprompted, she goes, "You were amazing." She said, as much as you told me you hated spinning, you sat down and you just did it. And you were waiting for us. You were very patient, too. You were waiting for people to get done so you could move on to the next thing, which I took as very much as a compliment. She's a very accomplished spinner. And I had a good time. I don't know what it was that she said, but something, or the way she taught, I got it. I understood it. Again, I'm a perfectionist, so what I did was not, I don't think is great, but it's a good start. It's better than I've done in the past. So definitely keep going on with that. Gifts. I won. Okay, let me try that again. Just for registering for the conference, you were entered for a door prize. There were also vendor door prizes. You got 3 slips, and you could fill out the information, and then you gave it to the vendor who donated the door prize, and they would draw them. Nobody really had anything that I wanted, so I didn't enter the vendor one, but I did win a door prize for just registering for the conference. And I won this, actually 4 of them. What is this, you ask? It's a coaster. They had a bunch of these. I don't understand, but I have them now. I may end up giving them away because I don't know what I'm going to do with them. First of all, they're fabric, which I use sandstone coasters. I don't know why. I mean, it's pretty, but not me. In any case, I got that was door prize. And then my roommate also won a door prize. And as a thank you for me, it's basically a host gift, because I made his bed with my extra set of jersey sheets and gave him my hand-knit log cabin blanket, because the stuff the university had was just awful, nasty, thin. The blanket was like this acrylic something. We call it the plastic blanket. So he won a skein of, and I'm looking now because I haven't shown this yet, of Pack-A-Peds superwash alpaca sock yarn, which is 20% superfine alpaca, 65% superwash wool, and 15% nylon. It is colorway number 602 tie-dye. This is made in Peru, dyed in the States, about 360 yards, and this is what it looks like. So I'll have to find something to do with this. Stephen West has a new pattern in Knitty called Creek Bed, I think, but I haven't looked at what I need for it. I may use this. I may not. There may not be enough here. But I'll find something to do with this, that's for sure. So that was very, very nice of John to give that to me. And I also got a thank you gift from the Midwest Weavers Association for being a committee member, and also for everything that I helped out with. And I got a stick shuttle, which, hopefully you'll be able to read this, says Northern West Midwest Weavers Conference, June 2011. This is great. I'm actually, I will probably use this when I make the garters that I mentioned last week. It's a little long for what I would normally use for an inkle loom, but I think I'll still go ahead and use it. That was and there was a little thank you note. Thank you for all your hard work, MWA board. So I got that. And that's really about it. This is a short episode, but I promised that I would record something. I didn't get a chance to during the conference, so after the conference. And, oh, by the way, Merlot, yes, from a box. Don't judge me. Episode 34, I said had a secret. And if anyone guessed it, I would play a clip of me singing. Someone did guess it. And I believe it was Knitter Freak. I don't have internet access right now, so I can't double check, but I think it was Knitter Freak in the Ravelry thread is correct. I had no pants on. I had started getting dressed and got distracted and put my shirt on and sat down to record. And at one point during the recording, I think I went like this. And I hit my lap and I realized that I wasn't wearing pants. So there you go. You got a pantsless episode. The clip that I'm going to be playing, assuming I can get it to work, I hope I can, is from, I don't remember the year, but I was in the Indianapolis Men's Chorus when I lived in Indianapolis, and one of the spring concerts was called Date with the Diva, and it was a whole mixture of concerts from what we would consider musical divas, including like Elton John. But I had a solo in The Trolley Song by Judy Garland, appropriately enough. So what you're going to hear is the Indianapolis Men's Chorus, Date with the Diva, The Trolley Song featuring me, myself, and I as the soloist. So I'm not sure what I'll put up. I'll probably just put up a picture of some kind. And yes, I did screw up the lyrics. You will, if you know the song at all, or if you just listen, you can tell I screwed up the lyrics. But I kept singing. I didn't stop. So no one really said anything to me, except, of course, the guys in the chorus were like, we're actually very impressed that I kept going and didn't stumble. But in any case, you'll get to hear that. If you would like to contact me, you may email me at eric@sweatersfordragons.com. I'm knitting Dragon on Ravelry, Plurk, and Skype. Show notes are at show.sweatersfordragons.com. And you can join the Sweaters for Dragons podcast forum on Ravelry. Until next time, why do dragons need sweaters? To keep warm, of course.
My high-starched collar and my high-topped shoes and my hair piled high upon my head. I went to lose a jolly hour on the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I started to yen, so I counted to 10, then I counted to 10. my head.